This afternoon I'm doing some work at my house. My cousin Rodney's helping me out. How's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. So kind of on the front of my house I got the deck, and underneath there's some concrete piles and they look kind of ugly, so we're gonna cover them up with rocks. We're just grabbing those rocks from a pile that we have in the field. They were rock picked years ago, and we also put some landscaping ties in front, kind of to make a separation between the lawn and where the rocks are going to be. Got a little start here. It's going to be a lot of work to carry all these rocks, hand bomb them underneath, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. We're in the back of one of our fields, and that's where we got the rock pile. Just kind of beside the train tracks here. But yeah, so this is just a pile of rocks they picked off the field way back in the day. I was here before we bought the land, so pretty convenient. A lot of them do have some pretty rough scratches on them, but should get enough from this pile, I hope. So I got the right side of the deck finished. I think it's looking pretty good. Another 2 loads with the truck probably is gonna finish off the other side, but we kind of tried to move some big stones and small stones together. We started out taking all these ones, which were nice and clean from the top of that rock pile in the field. Kind of had to even them out a bit, but I'm stoked.
Yeah, it looks really good actually.
This afternoon we're milking cows, so we're gonna get the parlor into milking mode and then grab some cows. Figured we'd go check the lagoon out, see how much time we got before we gotta get pumping, and it is not a lot. 2 inches on the side there. And there's still some ice ridges in here that gotta melt down yet. So we got, you know, a day and a half, 2 days tops of storage in our lagoon left. So by Monday, the day after tomorrow, we're gonna be pumping this lagoon out. The tank is already hooked up, which is nice. So just gotta get the tractor on the pump, drop it in there, and we can get pumping loads already. So not a huge amount of work to get going, which is nice. We got ourselves a calf on the calving pack. We're gonna go grab it, put the mama in the fresh or special needs group, and then put them in the holding area. Are you the mama? Let's have a little look-see. Yes, you are. Right on. Come on, calf. Yeah. Whoa. What are we doing? Chill out. She's all yours now. She's a little bit crazy.
Oh, that's fine. Happens more.
Well, that sweetheart 905, the big girl that just calved that heifer, she got back here. So there's a little bit of room in between our chutes, and that's a walkway. Unfortunately, cows can fit through here, and she pinned herself up in here, tried to jump over, and of course, completely snapped off the hose to the fire hose reel. Bits and pieces everywhere. Oh, it's always something. Was going so nice, it's so good on time this evening, and then oh, there you go. Oh, what a bugger. Well, we're at the back now, and I can show you guys another thing a cow decided to abuse. We had one heifer, she just did not want to get off the straw pack and onto the concrete. We were bringing the close-up cows in, and she decided to try to jump over the gate there, bent the post. So that sucks. I think we're gonna try, me and Dad were talking, to put another post in there super long, and you know, use leverage to try and push it straight. Maybe someone stands in the payloader bucket and you can get a good enough stand there, and then maybe drop the post down in there to hold it straight, cut it off flush at the top. If we're lucky, I mean, we'll see. So we got the shop in the barn, and Dad's got everything neatly organized here. That's how he always likes to see it. Parts, spare parts, extra hose for whatever breaks, and just grabbed some PCV pipe. I had the old part that broke somewhere here, and this is a very long piece of hose. We'll cut it to length when we get to that fire hose reel. We've got the new parts on the back here that snapped off, and we also needed a new elbow because that broke. So I'm just gonna grab this guy and grab some glue. I believe we got that here. PCV primer, and then PCV cement. So we'll take those. I think we'll get it done with 2 pipe wrenches. Take those 2 along, and should be able to figure it out like that. Starting to get the parts back in to fix it up. I start with putting Teflon tape on the first couple of parts, and that goes directly into the fire hose reel. And there is a special part that allows it all to spin on the reel and still allow water to go through. So we got that hooked up first, and then I started to get ready to prime and glue the PVC pipes. I made one flaw though, one mistake. I didn't even glue one corner. I don't know what I was thinking. I put that part on the end of the PVC pipe, and then I just never did anything else with it. I left it on there and didn't glue it, so that was a complete fail. It still worked the next morning though. Neline got this area cleaned with the fire hose, but I did have to get fixed up a day later. Unfortunately, you hate to see it. You want to fix something good the first time and not have to go back to it again, but sometimes it is what it is. Nobody's perfect. Well guys, we're looking at our fix from yesterday evening right now, and everything worked perfectly except for I completely forgot to glue that angle right there. It's blue right now. I do have a little bit of wiggle room. It moves back and forth, so I'm just going to put the primer around it, move it back and forth a little bit, which is actually what I already did, and then hopefully it's going to work the primer in there. I'll do the same with the cement, hold it in there tight for a couple minutes, and then hopefully it'll hold and not leak at all. But for the rest, it was looking pretty good, and even though we didn't even glue that elbow this morning, Neline was still able to completely clean this whole area, which is basically fire hosing for about 25 minutes. So yeah, hopefully it's not too much stress on here and it holds. The Manure lagoon is getting really close to the edge, so tomorrow morning we're gonna start pumping, which means the next video you guys are gonna see on this YouTube channel is gonna be hauling liquid manure. I'm pretty stoked for it. We're gonna try and get an early start tomorrow morning at it, so I'm gonna drop the pump in the pit. You guys know our tank's already hooked up and ready to go. So we're just gonna take the feed wagon off of our current feed wagon tractor, put a different tractor in front of it, and then bring the feed wagon tractor to the lagoon with the pump and drop it in. It's 6:20 right now. I'm curious to see how long this is gonna take me. Okay, this thing should be pretty much ready to rock and roll. Got the Magnum sitting by the diesel tank. We'll fuel it up right away. Grab the pump, drop it in the pit. Pump is in the pit, hose is hooked up. Should be pretty close to ready to go. We're pretty much ready to go hauling tomorrow morning. Couple small things I gotta do yet before, but we'll get those done early tomorrow. Just driving around the field right now that we plan to haul to. It's not the original field we wanted to haul to, but this is sandier soil, so it dried out a lot quicker than that other field did. Just driving here tonight to make sure I'm not making ruts with the truck, because then I know I should be good with the tractor. The tractor has a lot more flotation than the truck, so. Oh well, I'm pretty stoked. This is a barley field from last year. You can see there's a ton of regrowth in the field. That's where all that those barley heads grew back, but I'm excited to go get in the field tomorrow. I can't wait. I hope to see you guys in that video. Thanks for watching.